and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Sequester, Season 3, Episode 5. How is everyone doing today? We're like 2 weeks away from Christmas, and I feel like we got a gift early tonight.
Ho, ho, ho.
I mean, we got eliminated, so it was a present.
Ho,
ho. Well, with me as always is Deb, and we have, a legend Sequester alumni OG Ethan with us tonight, whose last name I will never spell right.
Gnomes, Evan Briscoe.
You're like my little garden gnome.
I'm like Hannah Montana. I have like 10 different personalities, but they all look the same.
That's right. How is everyone doing in the chat? I see y'all been chatting it up, waiting on us to start. I don't even know where to begin. I was not expecting to see 3 people eliminated. This is going to be a lot of fun to coordinate for the elimination interviews. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Wow. So who wants to begin?
I mean, I think it's most appropriate to begin with the Cameron Tori battle match, right? That's how the episode started. I think, or rather maybe just, I don't know if you all talked about the Cameron speech. I didn't understand why she was targeting Jessica, and it seemed very pointless. I was like, what are you even targeting her for?
Even Jessica was like, this is pointless.
That's why she lost probably, but I was confused.
There was a rooster cackling in the background when Cameron was talking. I don't know if anyone noticed that when they were doing her one-on-one interviews, like, and I was like, this is foreshadowing of some kind. I'm a little worried. But Tyler is going to be a little butthurt, or probably is a lot butthurt. Oh, wait, look, it's Tyler. And because
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Tori was his winner pick. And, she might come back. Who knows? We have no idea.
Cameron?
But Cameron. Oh, wait. No, yeah, Cameron. See, I can't keep everyone straight. This is the thing. I can't even take notes when I'm watching the show because every time I do, I miss something and I don't know what the hell is going on. I can't freaking pause it because I'm on a schedule. Good God.
I know.
Anyway. But yeah, that whole speech, she was calling out everybody. And of course, Tori was I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to
There was no point to that.
Yeah, there was no point. And they ended up doing the competition called Blow Balls.
Blow balls.
Blow balls.
My asthmatic ass would be dead after a minute.
I was hyperventilating watching it. Finley was in my lap, my cat Finley. And if you guys don't know who Finley is, I don't think I have a thing of him. No, I don't. Anyway, shame on me. That's why he bites me all the time. He could not stop watching them blow balls. And I posted it on Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. And that's SOMMERS 1977. He was just watching the balls, watching them blow the balls all over the place. Yeah, I was hyperventilating watching that whole thing. That's how I blow my balls. So isn't that how everyone blows their balls? That's how you do it. That's how you blow balls.
It was a fun competition to watch, though.
Yeah.
I will say that there was a lot of suspense with it, and it could have went either way at the final hour there. So I was hoping Tori would win it, so I was happy that she did.
Yeah, that's who I voted for. The poll that Audrey had was who, and I just vote for nothing against Cameron, but Tori really, she pulled it out. She blew them balls and she got back in the competition. As soon as she got back in the competition, everybody's going, okay, this is what happened. This is whatever, rah, rah, rah. And Drew is the first one in there trying to talk to her. Do what?
And trying to kiss her ass.
Trying to make her paranoid. And she's like, I don't get paranoid.
It was confusing. Like, I didn't understand. What I didn't understand about both Drew and Tori that round, maybe they were just tired from a long day, but they both were playing like bulls in a china shop. They were just like, I'm fucking getting you out. I'm fucking getting you out. And then for some reason, Drew was fighting with Erica too at the same time. I was like, everyone take a nap because y'all are playing messy, sloppy.
It was sloppy.
It was a sloppy episode.
And why did Tori pick Jayla again and the justification for it for the straitjacket shit? I was like, none of this makes sense. Like that whole first arc made no sense at all. I was like, these picks don't make sense. The conversations don't make sense. I'm confused.
So when they were prisoners up there, they weren't allowed to talk. They just had to stay in there for like 5 minutes and not
Yeah, it
talk.
looked like they couldn't even talk to each other. So it was just literally just sitting there wasting time. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, that sucks. I thought they were at least able to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, you would want to pick people that were going to influence and drive conversation. So maybe Tori was afraid Jayla would drive the conversation against her. But I think that the Jayla Tori thing is one-sided. I think Jayla doesn't give a fuck. I think Jayla's like doing her own thing. Correct me if I'm
Jayla is
wrong.
her own thing. You know, she's going to be on Dr. Phil coming up. Did y'all know that? She's going to be on an episode of Dr. Phil coming up. I don't know what the episode's about. Probably about being an influencer and just being awesome. You know, and I DVR Dr. Phil. No shit. I know everyone's shocked.
Really?
I do. I watch it.
Oh, you would.
I love
would.
Dr. Phil. The Phillier, the better. But yeah, she's going to be on Dr. Phil. Just a little shout out for JLo on that. But yeah, it just was really weird. And Erica is, I don't know really what Erica was doing, but Drew was just dead set on Erica. Everyone else was dead set on Drew. And freaking Dustin just coming out. Finally get a Dustin freaking episode. Guy finds an LOS. I love Dustin. He finds an LOS. He immediately puts it in his ass. And he's walking around. And he's like, I got an LOS. And hey, you can't spell lost without LOS. That was the greatest thing.
I was like, that whole exchange at the end, and I know we're jumping the gun here, but
yeah,
he really put fucking Drew in his place. And
that
it was cool to watch.
Yeah.
Drew go all Donkey Kong one last time on the screen.
I mean, it was insane. And like he found the LOS. Every time Dustin is talking about, we got to get Drew out. We got to get Drew out. Here comes Drew taking over Kevin's job of being the flea that just fucking pops up out of freaking nowhere.
And then they start talking about Erica.
He's like, what's her name? Elaine from Survivor this last Wednesday just pops in. What are we talking about, guys? What are we going to do? Are we going to do Erica? We're doing Erica? Okay.
Yeah.
It just leaves.
Why didn't they? What I don't understand, and maybe I don't understand the concept of live versus online, but you have an opportunity to pick anyone as a target, and it's like the last round with a buyback. And if you have someone in that buyback that you would like to come back in, why would you throw in Drew, who is going to be a huge threat to win it back? I don't know if it's going to be the circle even. It looks like they're wearing athletic wear, but I would just stack it with weak people if there's someone that I want to come back. It didn't make any sense to me.
They've been throwing Drew. See, I'm back on Survivor. They've been throwing Drew's name out every single episode.
I guess the problem would be that if you left Drew in and then you vote him out and then he drags you, you know, he's going to keep on winning his way back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because he's going to be battling the person, you know, battling somebody.
So when it came time to the voting and it was revealed right before it was revealed that Drew was the one eliminated, what was his speech about?
Why? What was the point of that? They already
so confused. What was that?
So continuing the confusing speech thing. So I want to clarify the rules of an LOS as well. If you use an LOS on someone else or you reveal it for them, you yourself are vulnerable. Why the fuck would you ever use an LOS on someone else when you could just be thrown right in yourself?
I know. I'm like, what do you expect Dustin to pull it out of his butt and give it to you, Drew? And then you could throw him in? I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm just saying.
Too. Yeah.
No, nobody's going to do it. It's fine. You know, like I was really confused earlier, and hopefully I'll get to ask him, but I was really confused by that whole speech. That seems like something that you would want to have a house meeting before. Oh, I got a burp. Before the whole voting. Like, isn't that's when I would say it's okay to have a house meeting. Drew could have had a house meeting.
It was pointless at the point where he was, you know, giving the speech because they already voted.
And what was he saying? I'm going to go in and I'm going to what? I'm so confused.
So he would forfeit. So say it was him versus one of his alliance members, which I need to talk about next. He would forfeit the game and immediately go to jury because he just wants to go chill in jury, which is okay, cool. Why would you make that speech unless you had a rock solid alliance or at least had more solid numbers? I can't tell you 3 people off the top of my head that were solid with Drew from the edit, at least. Maybe in his
saying
mind,
how he's
from the edit.
how he's going after the girls' alliance.
Yeah, but
It's a great way to get girls to vote for you.
Heck yeah, especially with it. Don't they outnumber the guys right now?
I know. It,
so cool.
I don't know if you guys usually are this petty, but maybe I just kind of bring this mantra. I'm just trying to really get my head past the most confusing episode of the season. There was just a lot going on that was all over the place.
It's confusing to watch it live like this. I can only imagine what it is like for people who watch the online version. Like I can't even. I can't. Like I don't even know. Like when I tried to watch the online version, I got good at it. Like I would find someone and I would just follow that fucker to each room, and then another, and then someone else in there would say something, and then I would follow them around. So it's like it just kept jumping all over the place. Yeah. But yeah, Drew's speech. I'm sorry, Drew, didn't make much sense to me. Nobody's gonna just give you an LOS, and then he paces around and he goes right to Dustin, calls Dustin out, and Dustin is honest with him. He's like, screw it, you're in. And he goes, well, you can't spell loss without LOS. I'm not going anywhere. And then he freaking money move, legendary move. I want that in a meme stat. But he is pacing around the field, just saying the F word more than Joe Pesci and Goodfellas, just everywhere. And he's so mad. It's like, make a decision. I'm about to have to freak out if you don't pick 2 people. Poor Erica volunteers.
She just wanted it over with.
She's done.
Put me out of my fucking misery.
I can't do this. I'll go just to make it stop.
I got to give credit where credit is due, though. He wanted to create a very uncomfortable situation and spark up intimidation in people. As a viewer, I felt intimidated. I was like, this needs to stop. Like, just make your picks. He looked so angry. I thought his vein was going to pop off of his fucking head.
And knock his hat off, like his hat was going to fly off because of the veins in his head. Look, Drew intimidates me. Like if I'm having a conversation, he comes in the room, I'm gonna be like, I don't know this thing anymore.
Like, yes,
I don't know what to do. He's a big Deb, okay, let's just play for a minute. So like we're having a conversation, like Ethan and I and Drew, Drew comes in. What do you say?
I wasn't talking about you.
Yeah. Yeah, pretend like...
Yeah, Drew, we were talking about you. We were talking total trash about you. By the way, you have a really nice bald head. Thank you.
You're hot, but...
You're hot, yeah.
But Tori flat out told him I'm voting for you. She did tell him she was voting for him.
Okay.
Yeah, which was so fucking stupid. Why did you do that?
I know. The thing with Tori is I was rooting for her at the start of the episode. I'm like, cool, she's a badass. But that move at that time, you can be like that post-jury, because then at that point, people will be scared to vote you out anyways. But in the round where you can be picked to do a battle back, you have to put on the lipstick and kiss some ass and have people think that you kind of like them.
Just say you're voting for Erica.
Was not enough. A coffee date was not enough.
No, and Drew's sitting there going, what do you think, I'm gonna snap my fingers like Thanos and swing my big daddy dick? And I'm like, what did you just say?
Big daddy. Yeah,
big daddy. I didn't know what he said. I'm like, what is happening? I've seen all the Avengers movies, and Thanos never whipped out his big Thanos dick.
It's erotica online.
What are we talking about here?
Yes, give me a link.
Were you watching the vaginas? Was that instead of the Avengers? I don't know. But anyway, to make a long story short, too late. He does pick Christine and Tori, and they go in and do something that my cats do to every freaking piece of string and shoelace in this house. Finley would have won that hands down, throwing yarn around.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when a drawstring gets caught in the washer.
Oh
You're
my God,
hell.
hell.
Out of the washer.
Pure hell. And I am just like, I was having anxiety just about them doing that, just doing the yarn and all of that. But, and okay, so I'm trying to think. I'm doing something while we're doing this.
Yeah. And so
just
really put a huge target on herself.
Just so everyone knows who Finley is.
It's her abusive boyfriend.
That's my cat, Finley, who made an appearance on Sequester's All-Star with me because Allison was alone a lot in rooms. And he was helping me with my strategy. And his furry ass has been around a lot longer than some of you, and he will be around a lot longer after. I'm just saying. Anyway. But yeah, so Tori ended up winning that match. And now we've got Christine. And I was really sad about that because I like Christine. And Drew's logic for picking Christine is because I thought you could beat her.
Kim tried to use that live first and it sucked. And it sucked even more when Drew said that.
It doesn't.
And also, why would you risk Christine going to a battle bag if it's a circle situation? Everyone would vote Christine for prom queen every day over Drew. So I'm sorry, that was very confusing. Christine is the most likable person there. That made no sense as well.
Yeah, but you know what? That also is that is a threat, though. Christine is a threat because she is so well liked. And I mean, no one has really had any issues with her. But at this point, it's like you're just doing the pre-jury buyback. You don't really have to kiss their asses. You know, you can kind of say and do whatever you want because only one of them's coming back. You know what I'm saying? So.
Which one?
Who do you guys think's coming back?
Kevin.
Kevin would be great just from a troll perspective, right? And I think you would him linking up. Actually, he has no one to link up with. I think he would go right back out. But let's talk about the Looney Tune.
Oh,
because I would love for her to go back.
This one?
That one. I'm rooting for the Looney Tune because I think.
What is she doing?
Oh, I think she would show up and she would last for like 2 or 3 rounds, but she'd be the most hilarious bitter jury member of my life.
I kind of want her to be a bitter juror. But you know who I would like to see come back?
Who?
Dina Shue.
Dina Shue.
Dina Shue flew off during the competition, was already on its way to the pre-jury house. That's a smart Shue.
And it's going to walk right back into the house, motherfuckers.
Yeah, just bring the Shue. I love Dina. Dina, she's tired. Just let the Shue do it.
I think if Dina comes back, she would go far. She has a way to kind of just fall back. What I think would be the most interesting person to come back would be Mary Payton. I don't think she really splashed too much with anyone, and I think she would be able to show up and play like a brand new game, basically.
Yeah.
Jay West would be cool too, because I feel like he needs a redemption story from that badass.
Which one?
That he almost pulled off. Jay West, Jordan?
Yeah, I love Jordan.
Yeah.
I really do. I think he would be a really good redemption story. Listen, I'd love to see Kevin come back because that would just be friggin' awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing Drew come back because he's still freaking high on emotion and adrenaline that adrenaline of hate that he's got flowing through him. I'm all about that.
Man.
Freaking Darth Vader shit. Bring it back in the house. I want to see it.
Darth Vader, please. He's like a Darth Maul because Darth Maul is also bald.
It's true. He's like a Darth Maul. Darth Drew. We'll call him Darth Drew for now because I'm a Star Wars nerd.
On my mind, you compared me to Hunter, but after seeing this season, I think I'm definitely more of a Kevin mixed with a Dustin.
Did I compare you to Hunter?
You compared me to Hunter, and I was just like watching him.
How could you compare Ethan to anybody?
And
it's true. You can't.
But at the same time, like, there's a lot of floaters in this game, and when floater night comes around, which is near and dear to Allison and I's hearts, when floater night comes around, Hunter, Ty, is that his name? Ty?
Yeah, Ty.
And there's probably going to be someone else that I forgot. Those will be the 3 floaters because every floater has their due in Sequester. We all know this.
Everybody thinks everyone but them is a floater. I mean, seriously, I'm not a floater. Can you believe someone had the balls to call me a floater?
How dare they?
Dare ye? Dare you? Not a floater.
I think there's like a personality to be a floater, right? And I have never considered Allison to be a floater because I knew she would come for blood. If you're a floater, you're going to pick someone to be a floater because you think they're going to lay down and take it, and they're going to just kind of like wheedle out.
Who do you think they would pick as a float? Like if you had to pick someone as a major floater right now, who would it be?
Hunter. Hunter, the biggest floater. That's why I was like, there's no way that I'm a hunter.
Right. Well, he was just different during his interview. So it's funny because we interviewed these people, going on 3 like October, November, December. Yeah, 3 months ago. And now it is different. It's so funny how you interview them and they're one way. But it's like I've said, it's like when you're going through the whole Big Brother casting process, what will you do when you get in the Big Brother house? Hell, bitch, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get in the Big Brother house. I don't know who you're going to put me in there with. I'd act different around different kinds of people. And I thought it was kind of funny tonight when Jayla and Tori were talking, and Tori was like, I thought you called me a bitch, Jayla. And Jayla's like, that's just how I talk. Have you ever heard
to call everybody a bitch?
Have you ever heard Phelan Fairchild speak? Everyone's a bitch. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Everybody is a bitch. That's just it.
That lost some points with me with Tori. I was just like, please tell me you don't believe that even as you say that, because that is pathetic.
There's some people. Somebody said Kristen is a floater. Do you guys think Kristen's a floater?
No.
I don't know about that.
She's under the radar, but you know what? She's under the radar and she's alone. I wouldn't consider her a floater though by trade. She might be a traditional strategic floater, but she doesn't come off as a coattail rider. She seems like someone who is always in those circles of conversation, and she seems to engage with people, and she's danced with the devil and survived. I mean, she controlled Kevin on his way out the door, so kudos to her.
Right. Yeah. And Jessica's really surprised me. I could see where maybe some people would say she's a floater, but here's the thing about being a floater. Being accused of being a floater, and I can kind of speak from my experience, just because you don't know what I'm doing, I'm not doing it to your face, but I'm making things happen that you don't know about. And I might be responsible for some of the shit that's going down. Just because you don't know, just because I'm not out there doing it and putting a big target on myself, that doesn't mean that I'm a floater and I'm not doing shit. So it just seems like it's I don't think Kristen's a floater. I don't even really think Ty's a floater. I think he made some moves and made a couple of things happen. It's just now who's not the loudest person in the room is the floater.
I also happen to attest to who floater night is. I really hope it is next round because we're talking about it so much. Maybe we're making it conceptualized now.
We're manifesting it.
Or
fanning the fart. Or fanning the fart, Ethan.
Well, floater night is a great opportunity for people who maybe don't have as much of a, trying to think of the right word, like bold game or out there game to get some new allies. I mean, that's how you and I got linked up, because I came straight to you and I was like, badass, I want her in my corner.
I mean, it brought us together. You never know what will happen. And then you got drunk and told me you were going to use your LOS on me, and my whole life fell apart. But it's okay. It was 3 years ago. This month. It was December.
I'm still looking for an LOS. If someone can find one for me, please tell me, because I've played 2 times now and I don't even know what the fuck it looks like.
Yeah,
so, you can buy them on Amazon. So just so you know, you can buy them on Amazon.
If we play Sequester Live, Deb, can I use the LOS that I bought on Amazon?
Yeah, you just buy a whole shitload of them.
Dude.
Let's just sneak them in your vagina.
You
just smuggle them in.
Like, if we get a sniff that she's on, we'll just all these LOSs get delivered to the house with her name on the package, and Audrey's just sitting there burning it with fire, being like, what the fuck?
No, they're gonna have to do a cavity check on me.
They're gonna do a body cavity search, strip search, that X-ray shit that can see if something's in your body.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do a cavity search on me because I'm hitting up Amazon.
Maybe that's just because it's in season, but imagine having an LOS hidden in a Santa hat and just like taking off your Santa hat and being like, surprise, bitches, Merry Christmas.
Listen, Kelly did it on Survivor this season. She put an idol in her freaking messy bun.
I loved that.
That was a boss move. Now, Ethan, what do you think of the season so far of Sequester? Like, how are you feeling about it?
Of Sequester? I have to admit that I'm waiting for a connection with a character because I'm watching a lot. I haven't started rooting for someone necessarily. I thought I would at this point. Last season, I knew who I wanted to root for pre-jury, through jury. I'm still waiting for someone to do something where I'm like, all right, you've won me over. It hasn't happened yet. So I feel like I'm watching a show, but I'm not rooting for anyone, if that makes sense.
I'm just right now all about the Dustin.
Okay, I am rooting for Dustin. I lied.
I love Dustin.
I love Dustin. And Thomas was my winner pick. So I'm like watching my little rat kind of, and he even said, I ratted out and, a few days ago, and at least he admitted it and owned it. But once again, he made it through. I'm going to say tonight, I'm impressed with Erica stepping up. Who does that? It wasn't smart, but it was ballsy.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Just saying.
Erica won me over tonight with her gameplay because she was able to tamper down Drew and then somehow survive the vote. Which I also noticed at the end that Tori didn't even vote for Drew, which I found to be interesting.
Nope, she didn't.
So
that's crazy. I'm like,
but
you said
it worked one way, but it didn't work the other way.
Yeah. Well, Drew having his breakdown was just I thought it was great. And him pacing around, I'm dying. I'm like, can you please? People are starting to
so aggressive.
To offer.
Wait, you watched The Walking Dead, right, Allison? Because I got mad about it because you were talking about it on All Stars. So the scene where that one dude has the finale walking down the line.
Do what?
That with the spiky stuff on it, and he's trying to figure out who he wants to smash his brains in with. That's what I felt like Drew felt like. Yeah, that was like Drew.
Negan. Drew is Negan tonight.
Yeah.
Like for real, with that bat. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And he took out 2 people, just like Negan did. And in my defense, for talking about The Walking Dead during Sequester All Stars, it was like almost finale. And it was hard for me to function on a Sunday night show knowing The Walking Dead was on. Okay, because I'm a nerd. And that's how nerds are. Okay. I may have had it on in the background. I will not admit or deny it, but it may have been happening. I don't know. But
I remember being so irate with you. I was just like, who the fuck does she think she is talking about a TV show when I'm fighting for my life every night? This bitch.
That's right. This bitch who has a show that talks about TV shows. That's who.
Inception.
But yeah, no, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Because then it got back to me. I was like, who's bitching about me talking about The Walking Dead? I want names. Was it Ame?
It was obviously Ame.
It's always like if Ethan said it was Ame, it was him.
You just know, Allison, if you ever end up playing Sequester again, you and Ame have to be reunited. You need your third.
Jesus Christ.
I love that girl though.
Made in heaven.
Listen, we would duke it out. We would take everyone out. We're like on that wrecking ball. We are freaking like Miley Cyrus's crotch stuck to that wrecking ball. We ain't coming off, and we're taking everybody out. Period.
Ew.
Ew. So yeah. So and like I said, I was really surprised that we actually got to see who won the final battle match, which was Tori, who, and Tori's really surprised. I mean, I'm not really surprised, but I am surprised. I mean, knowing that she like has a psychology degree, and she was a little weak, in my opinion, in the beginning, but she's really flourished.
She's got a huge target on her right now.
Oh, hell yeah. That is a huge target.
2 battle backs.
But if you notice too, anytime this episode, well, last episode they had to because it was the Kingdom, but even though she was like the biggest target last round, people were still coming up to her like begging for her to basically tell them what to do. And they shared all their information with her. Like she just has like a bubble that people are gravitated towards. They just all want to be in Tori's bubble.
It's her body language. It's the way she makes eye contact with you. It's the way she looks at you. It's the way she...
I feel like she looks at me through the screen.
Yeah, I know.
Like her DRs, I'm like...
Oh, exactly. And she smiles at you. It's like my therapist treats me. Like my therapist will smile at me and do certain things, and it invites me in to just, I'm just going to tell you everything. Oh my God, just because you just the way you blinked it and like tilted your head, I'm going to tell you everything. That's Tori.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. She's like, damn, she'd be my therapist. Crap. Why not? But I don't know, y'all want to add anything else? What do you think?
Yeah, Allison, how many times did you pee your pants watching the video of me electrocuting myself?
Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, you need to follow us on Instagram, My Weekly Meltdown. During Wednesday night's Survivor show, Deb started making weird faces and looking weird, and we didn't realize that her earbuds malfunctioned and she got shocked. Or what was it? Electrocuted?
Yeah. I reached over to get my blanket, and I guess pulling the blanket off the couch must cause some static electricity, and it went right up into my ear, right through my earbuds, and electrocuted me.
How did that feel? Do you feel like you're a new person?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
There's no electroshock therapy in asylums.
Yeah, that's electroshock. That's electroshock therapy you had live on the show.
Yeah, it was live on the show. And then last night, I must have knocked my mouse off the table. And I wake up in the middle of the night and I like smell something. And I'm like, it smells like something like warm. And I couldn't like place what it was. Like something was cooking. So and I'm like, let me check my cord on my computer. You know how sometimes that little box gets hot? So I pick it up and it's cold. So then I see that the mouse is on the floor, and then the battery is like halfway out, like hanging out like this. So I pick it up, but I put my thumb on the battery to push the battery back in. Well, that's what was burning, and it literally burnt my thumb, and you could see the battery. Look, you see the plastic on the battery? It was just melting off.
Deb's like needs caution, like coat.
Where are you buying this? Are you getting all these knockoff products or something?
Where did you get this mouse from? Jesus.
I got the mouse
Amazon.
from Amazon.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I got these at Dollar General.
Okay, I'm going to talk. We need to have real talk. Guys, you need to get on Netflix and you need to watch this docuseries called Broken. Has anyone seen this?
I think I have. Is it the one where he talks about the working conditions of the warehouses?
Well, they talk about, the first episode I watched was called Makeup Mayhem. And they talked about how you have all like these, MAC Cosmetics, Kylie Jenner makeup, all the real expensive, nice, makeup. And you go to these flea markets and all these places and they have like discounted price stuff that they're selling. And this is like $1 billion industry. It's fake. It's not real stuff. They tested this stuff. It had freaking animal feces in it, urine, all kinds of junk. And they also caught some of these people selling this stuff on freaking Amazon. So if you're buying something off Amazon from a third party, you need to watch it, especially if it's stuff that you put in your body or on your body, because there's no telling what it is. I'm just
I never buy third party stuff. But,
like If you put on eyeshadow that you think is from Kylie Jenner from something flea market on the street, and all of a sudden you have like a raging case of pink eye, it's because of shit particles in your face. And I'm probably
God.
They even have a thing about vaping. They have a whole thing about knockoff vaping. You got watch this show on Netflix called Broken. I'm telling you, it would change your life. I was freaking out.
Is it going to break my Amazon problem?
Yes.
My problem with Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Are we going to break up? Me and Amazon Prime?
Amazon and I are on a break right now after this. Like, I need space.
I'm gonna check it out after this.
Yes, please watch that makeup, mate. It will change your life. Like literally.
What's it called?
It's called Broken. It's called Broken.
Can I watch it on Amazon Prime?
No, Amazon Prime does not watch you watching this. It's
they like ban that shit from Prime Video. They're like, we don't want this crap on here. It's gonna take away our $1 billion mark.
Yeah, they take like the Chanel lipstick with undercover camera. Like they take the Chanel lipstick to this lady. And they're like, can you copy this? Oh, yes. Yes, I can copy it. Well, who do I go to talk about? You go to the man on the 4th floor, and he goes and talks to the man on the 4th floor, and they don't even give a shit how it's made. And they show you what a real warehouse looks like and what a warehouse in China looks like. And I'm telling you, there's poop on the floor. It's everywhere. It's no. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about this. Yes, I don't know why I have an ADD again. I'm so sorry.
Because we're talking about my cheap Chinese battery.
Because you got it off Amazon and you're not paying attention and you're going to freaking die on my show. That's going to be a problem for me.
Or you're going to have rat feces all over your face while she's trying to talk to you.
Right. If God forbid you get pink eye anytime soon, I'm not going to let you. Watch. I'm not going to let you down.
Next episode, Deb with the pink eye.
Yes.
Massive swollen pink eye.
Lips are swollen with blisters. Nobody knows why. Broken. Watch it. Christ. Yep. Anyway.
That's a good promo. Good promo.
Well, Netflix needs to freaking sponsor me. And furthermore, you know how we were always talking about what was that thing we were talking about with Kim Mattina during Big Brother, Deb, balls something, the ball trimmer thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Manscaping.
I am flipping through freaking Facebook today and I'm getting this, keep your jewels jolly. And I'm like, okay, what's this? It's something, it's got Sack spray. And I'm like, Sack spray. And then it's got some ball wash and some nut rub. And I'm like, here we are again. My logistics, or whatever the frick you want to call it, my algorithm and social media has got me associated with balls again.
That's okay. I got that too. Girl, I got that one too.
I could do a whole show.
You got it from Allison, to be fair.
I'm going to do
it from Allison.
I have a screenshot folder on my phone that's just full of all the crazy shit that pops up on Facebook and everything. And I just screenshot. One day I'm just going to do a show and we're just going to flip through all these pictures. Like nut hammocks.
Recommendations of things that they think that you want to know about.
I don't have.
There's a way to check your data on Facebook to see why the ads that are being sent to you are being sent to you. You can do it with Instagram too. I encourage you to check it out because they literally list out all the keywords that they have associated with you as a person to advertise to.
I've done nothing with balls. Like, I don't look at, even watch porno. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why me? I have cats.
After this show, we just talked about the ball blow competition. So add that to the algorithm.
Well, here's the algorithm. My cat has nudicles. Finley has fake nuts. He has implants. So that's probably why.
It's all Finley's fault.
Oh, here we go. You got to Google nudicles. You got to Google the nudicles, Ethan, because I got Finley neutered 2012, and he was already a little sassy then. And the vet said, "Well, we're doing a new thing now. Nudicles, you get a discount if you'll be the first cat in our practice to do it. It helps with their self-confidence." He was not lying. This cat thinks he's got balls bigger than King Kong. I mean,
you have to remind him that they're fake balls, right?
You can thump him in his little cat nuts. It doesn't even do anything.
The fact that you have freaking thumped that poor cat in his little nuts.
I did. Oh, that's why he just fucking mauls me.
I'm gonna go out to the living room after this and tell Moses, my partner, to be like, we're getting nudicles for keto. We have a cat here too now, so let's get those fucking fake cat balls.
And they're so cute. If you Google them, they're like these little things. They're like little breast implants. Like you can touch them. I asked the vet if I could keep his original balls and put them on a key ring, like a rabbit's foot. And he just was like, no. And I was like, and he didn't even think it was funny. And I'm like, that's a joke, right? And he's like,
no, yeah. I don't think so.
I don't think he thought it was
male doctor, right?
Huh?
Male doctor, right? Or vet?
Yeah, male doctor, very straight laced.
Envisioning his balls on your keychain, being what is wrong?
I want to hang it from my rear view mirror like fuzzy dice.
Or no, do the truck balls.
I want truck nuts.
Truck nuts.
But they'd be so small.
Yours. Or Finley's nut.
Oh, speaking of which, and I'm not comparing her to cat nuts. CJ is apparently coming. It's a segue, CJ. It's nothing to do with balls. I promise. We love you, girl.
The girl has the biggest balls.
Girl, you've got balls. Okay?
She's got balls.
You got it. She's coming back next week. What do you think? Do you think she's going to host the competition? Or what do you think?
Probably.
I think she has the best insight into being fucked over by a circle situation. So I think I almost confirm that it will be a circle situation. Or maybe it'll be a little bit more catered towards how she got eliminated. But there's a reason that she's there. I mean, she wasn't all too interesting in herself. She needs to have sort of a stake into the competition that it was.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be fun seeing her because she made it kind of, you think I'm annoying? I think that's going to be great. I am putting it out there right now, Audrey. Can I please just come and host a competition on Sequester season 4? I don't care. Can I it can be a battle back. It can be the blow balls thing again. I can just be standing over them.
Send her there for floater night. She is the queen of floater night.
Let me run shit. Let me judge people. That's what I'll live for.
You could put like a big giant pool float on her.
Yeah.
I can just imagine you with the little white fembot mask on. And then you're just like unveiling the mask, like, sorry guys.
Sorry guys, I know you're expecting a real player. Anyway.
Yeah, I would love to see that too. No, CJ will be good. I think she'll be a good sort of mediator for that process. Because I think the one thing missing from the season 2 buyback was it was very freeform, but it seemed a little bit unpolished. I think it'd be good to have someone to be like, are we good? Are we good? Okay, no, that person's out now. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. It's going to be good. I'm just glad that I've already interviewed all these people and I don't have to do a show where I'm interviewing 10 people. That would be insane. But just to put it out there, I have reached out to the 3 that were eliminated tonight, and hopefully they will respond, or I won't have a show tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do all 3 at the same time, or like one after the other?
I break it down because we're only allowed 10 minutes with each one. So if I have 3 on one show, I'll give them times to log. Like, you know how I gave you a link?
Yeah.
I'll shoot them the link. Like, what I'm going to start doing is
stagger them.
I'm not going to have to do it anymore. Maybe next season. Yeah, just stagger them. Like, I'll tell Drew, Drew, you got 10 minutes. And then after he's done, I'll shoot the link to whoever's next. And, we'll do it that way. Because they can pop up at the bottom and they're muted, but they can still hear everything. And I don't want that to distract the person that's, if Drew's in the middle of an interview or
make him the third one, but have him sit there at the bottom and stare at them the entire time.
God, can you imagine? Cameron would
the
do
thing
the
is, you can't see the people. Like other people can't see who's in the waiting.
Yeah. It's a big old thing.
Well,
This has been a whole learning experience doing this season for me. It's, you know, it's been fun. I enjoy it. I love it. But I think that's about it. Unless we have anything else, you know, more nut talk, balls, blow balls.
Noodles.
Nudicles.
Why did anyone make a Nudicles alliance? That's my question.
That's what they're waiting on us when we go on. The OG.
That's going to be our alliance name, the Nudicles.
The Nudicles. When Audrey finally does a OGs versus like the OG versus the live version All-Star show, and we're on it, dude, we're the Nudicles.
Man, that would be a
fuck yeah.
I think that there's a misunderstanding into the intensity of online versus live, and I think there would be quite a reckoning in the discernment between the two. And a good awakening on that, being like, surprise up, bitches.
Yeah, there's, you know, there's some savagery that the live players have not experienced yet.
I haven't seen anyone cry the way someone has made someone else cry, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. We've had real nervous breakdowns on our show, not staged.
I had a nervous breakdown very first season, final 3 competition. I think Dad probably watched it. Lost my fucking mind wearing peanut butter all over my face trying to make a house of cards.
Kim really lost her mind.
Kim lost her mind too. Donovan was the only one who didn't lose his mind and won because of it. But
because he kept us cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Kim was like cursing out production. I was like, oh, snap.
How about me trying to barter with production, being like, you should just make it a final 3. None of us is going to make a fucking 4-story house of cards. Stop this.
It's so mind-boggling because when you're playing the online version, you're still playing knowing that people have talked shit about you the night before. And I'm not just talking about your fellow contestants. People you don't even know have been dirty and nasty to you, and you try to act like it doesn't bother you, and they just completely ripped you to shreds, and you've got to go into it that very next night not thinking about it, and your work. It's very stressful, and I'm not saying that it's not stressful playing live, but there's that extra drama that's tacked onto it. You're playing in a situation during the live that it's
controlled and contained.
It's controlled and contained, is where the OG style online, it's your friends, your family, everybody's calling you that night, sending you links to Twitter, showing you everything.
Videos, sometimes even direct videos, I remember.
Right.
I think that I always compare Sequester Online to being like a mix of BB UK and Survivor. Mm-hmm. And more I watch the live from season 2 to season 3, I think that the live is like Survivor and the challenge is more of the appropriate comparison.
Yeah, and it's like you have to, and those people come for you, and you have to explain yourself. Like me and Jordan, I did call her stupid, but I didn't call her stupid in the way that it was relayed to her. Like, even if she was just shown the snippet of what I said, there was a whole conversation that led up to that. It wasn't me saying she's stupid. It was, why is she doing that? Is she stupid? You know, and it was just a figure of speech. And, you know, I'm not proud of it, but it was taken and it was twisted. And that whole next night, I had to deal with that in the back of my head. And it's fucked up. It really is. As I'm sitting there dressed in like freaking, it's Vegas night. I have on a pink flamingo boa, Elvis glasses, and sideburns. I look ridiculous. And I'm trying to defend myself. Come on, man.
That is something that I wish the live show had more, were costumes or like more thematic, because looking back to online episodes or cycles when they were themed, it's just hilarious, and it just makes the drama even more hilarious to watch when you see someone dressed up as a football player yelling at a middle-aged older woman being like, "You're going tonight, bitch."
So much is so freaking funny. It makes me, when I look back now, and Jordan and I are cool. She's a lovely girl. I adore her. You know, it's just, and I look back at it now, it's like, hell yeah, I would have been pissed off if someone said that about me. But I was so naive the first time I played. Yeah. I barely got on my Twitter. I didn't have anybody telling me anything. I was minding my own business. I was like not talking to anybody. That's what Audrey told us to do. And I have always followed the rules. Okay. I'm not a goody goody, just follow the rules. And so when she came at me, I'm like sitting here, how the fuck does she know that I said that? You know, I don't even remember saying it. That's how much of an impact. I didn't even remember saying it.
But let's be real here. Let's call a spade a spade. When she asked, did you call me stupid, without batting one eyelash, you're like, yeah, you're stupid. So
I just said you're stupid. If you're going to ask me a question, I'm going to answer you. I think I've made that very clear in life, period. And
sorry, you let it up as, tell it to my face that I'm stupid. You're stupid.
Let me tell you something. One of the reasons why I did that was because it was on video. Trust me, if it had been in person, it would have been a totally different thing. I would have been behind somebody much bigger than me. And then I would have run like hell the other direction after I said it, okay? I'm a lover, not a fighter. Okay.
Hey, guys, I got to get going.
All right, let's wrap this up. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have a show tomorrow night where we get to interview the eliminated house guests or contestants or whatever we're calling them. You know, it would be wonderful if people would respond.
Victims.
We love it.
Victims.
The latest victims. You can. That's right. Please subscribe to my weekly meltdown on YouTube and the little bell so you get notifications when we go live. And better yet, please subscribe to Sequester Access. And hit the little bell. You will get a notice on Sunday nights when the show goes live. Also follow at Sequester Access on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Summers1977, and that's SOMMERS1977. You can also find us on Facebook, My Weekly Meltdown, and Instagram, My Weekly Meltdown. You can find Debbie at My Next Life Debbie on Twitter, and you can't find Ethan anywhere because he's living that lifestyle.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Diagas, Diagas, but don't find me on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. I remembered it this time. Mm-hmm. Last time I tagged you, and you're like, I kind of don't want people to find me, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm living a different life on Facebook. Everything else, I'm out and proud.
I'm going to change my name on Facebook too.
Alyssa Summer.
I'm just going to be Alyssa Milano. Is that okay? Anyway, okay, guys, we're going to get out of here. Have a good night. Hopefully, we will see you Monday for the elimination interviews. If not, we will see you Wednesday evening at 9/8 Central for Survivor Idol of the Islands after show. Good night.
Good night.